Well, we got a parts washer. Now, you might think, oh yeah, you could save the whole machine. Now the cabinet has been compromised. It's not surface rust on it. It's crumbling. So the cabinet's going to have to be scrapped. But the innards are still good, and that's what we need. We got a dual action agitator. The darker porcelain tub that's in perfect shape. This is a 1983 model, 70 series, as it says right there. As you see, it has the digital looking font instead. Oddly, for a 70 series, it's pretty well equipped. You got automatic temperature control. This is pretty much the same, except this one includes both pre-wash and pre-soak. And 5 water levels. And a bleach dispenser. So for a 70 series, it's pretty well equipped. We're going to save the lid and porcelain top. We're going to put the dual action into the woo-woo, which is covered up right now. And then we're going to save what we can off this unit before we part it. Side right here, that, like, look at that. I mean, that's not surface. But the guy also said the base plate is crumbling too, so we're not going to save that. So, but if we can just save the outer tub, we're going to do that as well. So, let's begin. Here we are at various stages of taking it apart. The basket is perfect. In fact, the agitator came right off perfectly. The outer tub is in perfect shape too. So those will be keepers. The remainder parts are in the parts washer and ultrasonic. Here's the tub ring and other components. A couple days later, lots of frustration, lots of swearing, and a cut on my finger. We got to this point here where we just got to somehow, I'm trying to salvage the outer tub in this because it's still good, but it's stuck to the base plate. Got the transmission out today. We're going to clean that up. It's going to need new seals and refill with oil. It pretty much lost all the oil in it when it was on its side. This is the tub out of the 78, which I didn't realize how bad this was, but I mean, look. I mean, you can see right through that bottom. It just crumbled. So this is going to the scrapper. But it's just so weird how this thing can be rusty and falling off in chunks, but this one here, which is in fantastic shape, have these odd problems. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a vacuum and suck out the debris in the bottom of this, and I'll show you I'm going to put a coat of POR 15 on the inside around this outer lip out here to help protect it from any rust or anything. But otherwise it's in excellent shape from the work Eugene did. He put that sealant around all the bolts and holes and everything out here.
Yeah, Eugene.
And Harley spent like all day today doing other things with this. This is from the parts unit. We salvaged everything we could. Even got the tub ring all nice and shiny. This is a dual action agitator. It looks like brand new, nothing on it. The valves, the switches, everything. So we salvaged what we could off of these units. I am going to keep the porcelain top. I'm just going to clean it off. It's in good shape. And this is the donor wash basket. It has no rust on it. The only thing I'm going to have to do is we got to clean out this built up soap, dirt, whatever in that post there before we put it back together, but there's no evidence of any corrosion on this whatsoever. This is as is, hasn't been cleaned up yet. So that's where things stand, and we'll see you in a bit. It didn't take that long, maybe 10-15 minutes later, and the whole inside of the tub is now painted with POR 15 first coat. So I gotta let it cure, or dry I should say, for another 2-3 hours. Put a second coat on. I put 3 coats on because it really didn't use that much out of the can. And I also overlapped it on the outside so the top lip is covered. And let's go from there. Yeah, the outside tub's still structurally good, just fine. And this will just be a preventative measure. It's basically rust proofing. It uses stuff on cars, frames, etc. Now, this was bad. This happened in a matter of 6 months. It just ate right through it. Damn. Alright, it's been probably about 15 hours since the last coat. 3 coats on this. And this is what it turned out to be. Very nice. No way this can rust. I touched up every surface possible. Now, the new basket. Yep. I put POR on the outside of that too. Being very careful about the inside, but I got the holes pretty much covered. Now, this is just the first coat, so you'll probably see some streaking, but you have to put on thin. Got the bottom covered. And that. This actually soaked in the sink overnight with some dish detergent. And I scrubbed out the middle, and all the crunchies in there came out, so that was just old stuff, but yeah. So by the time I'm done with this, there is no way rust can affect this. This is going to be rust proofed and preserved. It ain't just going to sit there. I dreamed of using this for so long. I'm going to use the thing. Not daily, like this guy. This is what this guy's for, but to enjoy it and not have to worry about it. So yeah, it's probably been an hour since I painted this, except for the bottom right there, because how I have it laying. I'm gonna do that last, but I did it like this because I also got to go on the bottom and of course touch. You gotta do this. So later this evening I'll do a second coat on this and go from there. All right, it's see, I started this on Sunday. It's Tuesday. Multiple coats on it, thoroughly coated, and I double checked with a flashlight up close just to make sure I didn't miss any spots. And for those of you who are wondering what these holes are for, there is a this is a revision of the 1980s belt drives that would have a self-cleaning lint filter mounted to the basket instead, and I'll show that in a second. This one from 78 has the self-cleaning lint filter right there on the side. See, that's the hole. So it eliminates extra plumbing. It basically a form of cost cutting, but this version here works much better, of course, but the one that mounts to the bottom of the basket works pretty good too. So I'll show that in a second. And this is what the self-cleaning lint filter would be. It has little combs on it that would catch, and it would, these clips on here would mount it to the bottom. This one broke off, unfortunately, when I took it off. But that said, being that this machine actually has a self-cleaning lint filter on it, anyhow, this is kind of not necessary, so we'll just leave that out. No, this is going great. Got the new basket in. See, everything's nice and freshly painted and rust proofed. This is nice and solid. With the basket that rotted out, even though the nut was tight, this whole tub wobbled. I mean, I got my tub wrench. I didn't show me doing it, but and I just whack it with the rubber mallet there, get it tight. So next comes the agitator. Alright, first water test. I'm going to just fill up just a little bit on low, just to make sure the big action agitator works as it should. Then I'm going to fill up all the way and rinse out the tub. Then we're going to do a load of clothes. That will be for another video. This is exactly like my parents' machine. Now it has the darker porcelain tub. Dual action agitator. Perfect. And the first wash. Okay, now this is after the test load, test run of just water in it. And a load of colors, the dual action agitator. Forgive the smudge marks on it, that was from me. We have to clean them off. I don't know how they got on there, but I was having a little difficulty getting the agitator on. And it turns out it was this coward not so different than the Penta swirl. But that said, it's done. And as you can hear, woos are dominant, prominent, whatever. There's no weird noises anymore. The only one was that, Now this is pretty much equipped exactly how my parents' 1980 ball was. Nice, neat, harvest quick. So we got the dual action agitator, darker colored porcelain tub. This is how I remember washing. That's how quiet the dual action is on this compared to a direct drag unit. And yeah, a lot of the chugga is from the transmission, but also this here small click when it goes the other direction.
As for some of the parts,
What's that?
we've got bolts, we've got screws, we've got springs, hinges.
Some of these right here that are rusty, that are these 1/4 inch ones, I'm just gonna pitch because we got tons of new ones everywhere.
I just saved everything.
Yeah, I'm just saving the nuts and bolts that are like that would fit the transmission if you were to remount it, or
Transmission's over there.
yeah, from the old parts unit, which is right there, which is all rusty and shit.
Yeah, the cabinet's just rusted out on the parts unit. But there was an awful lot of parts, and the Penta swirl, tub ring, and a whole plastic tote full of parts
Yeah.
is actually in the bathroom over there to my right.
So we have a bit of a parts supply now. And we still have this, the original agitator for this machine, if we want to put it back in. But I want to leave it like that. That's how I remembered it. It'll actually help with larger loads. So, this concludes this video of repairing the woo. The next couple of videos will involve doing laundry with the new basket and the new dual action agitator. So, until next time,
Make sure to hit like,
make sure you hit subscribe.
and we'll see you in the next video.